Today we're going to perform a liquid damage recovery on an iPhone 3GS battery. And what's interesting about the lithium-ion batteries in the iPhones is that you can actually see the intelligent part of the battery, the chips down at the bottom, which I'll point out here in just a moment. So in most batteries, these are internal. On the iPhone 3G and 3GS, they are visible. And if you take a look right down here at the bottom underneath this plastic tape, see if we can get a little better focus there. There's actually some components down there that control the battery. Over here you have the main terminals. You want to check those first and make sure they're clean. And assuming that they are, a lot of times what will happen is water will get damaged. Excuse me, water will accumulate and get trapped down here underneath this heat-resistant tape. So what we have to do is peel this tape back a little bit so that we can expose the chips that are underneath it, clean out the corrosion. Obviously we're going to remove any residual moisture before we go to that cleaning procedure. So this tape, I'm being pretty careful with it here, just kind of peeling it off one strip at a time so I can put everything back the way it originally was. I don't think it's really that critical that you worry about preserving this tape, but I like to put things back the way I found them. So I'm just very carefully prying underneath the tape with the screwdriver. Be careful not to damage the chips that are underneath here. And what that does is basically it's the lithium-ion technology works with the components that prevent the battery from overcharging are actually installed in the battery, so it has nothing to do with the charger. It doesn't develop a memory effect. You don't have to worry about conditioning it, any of that stuff that we did with the old school nickel cadmium batteries. So once we get this tape peeled off, what we want to do is you'll see I'll take something, a little piece of tissue or paper towel, and just try to get the rest of the moisture that's trapped underneath here. This is very common. You see it a lot in these batteries, and rather than giving up, we decided to start cleaning them and found that a lot of them actually do come back to life. They start working again. So just grab something of an absorbent nature and kind of pat this dry. You can hit it with the heat gun afterwards, and then once you get done with that, go ahead and take your cleaning solution and a very soft bristle toothbrush. Don't put a lot of pressure on this, and you can just start scrubbing it very gently back and forth. And a little bit at a time, you'll notice that the white stuff, which is the corrosion, starts to disappear. We want to make sure and get that nice and clean. You can see there's still just a little bit trapped on there. If you look closely, right about a third of the way from the left-hand side. So just keep brushing that until you feel that you've got it clean enough. And once you do, you can put it back in the phone. If it doesn't charge, you may have to get a universal battery charger. And as soon as I get a link to those, I'll put them up. Don't buy the ones that you find on the internet. Most of them are pretty junky. But we do have a good one that we use, and I'll try to get you guys a link as soon as possible to that. If it doesn't respond the first time, you can always try cleaning it again, and good luck.